It is demon hours. Y'all know what that means. It is time to battle some night flames. And today, I don't think I'm going to get to the Eclipse Tower, but I think that is going to be where I cut off. So this episode will basically just contain where I left off on episode 10, and it'll go all the way through to the Eclipse Tower. So that is what we are doing today.
Wizard! Soon our siege weapons will rain kermes fire upon the last wood, burning them and you'll blow our friends to cinders!
Bam. A lot of energy there.
Your reports confirm what my scouts had seen. Time is short. We must coordinate with the mice at Peppergrass Nook, or else the Umbra Legion will destroy us both! Instead of working on our defenses, I propose we turn the Umbra Legion's weapons against them. What do you say, Spellbinder? Take this message to Elazar Fireblade in Peppergrass Nook at once. It outlines a plan to capture their weapons for ourselves.
Spellbinder, it is good to see you again. You bring a message from Tobias Splitsky. Let's see it. What Tobias proposes is intriguing. However, the Umbra Legion has been stepping up their patrols in the burn. That honeycomb wall is a terrible obstacle, but Tobias has suggested a way we might bring it down. While I work out the details, can we implore you to drive back a patrol of blue razors and flame legs to give us time?
Spellbinder, you may have won this round, but soon all you burrow lovers will suffer the sting of the Shadow Queen.
Spellbinder, you won now, but soon Shadow Queen burn trees to ground, take you out, then swallow you whole.
Grim news. As I had heard, the Shadow Queen's forces are growing more active and more bold. But I know of none more bold than you. Spellbinder, let me introduce you to Dorian Bright Eyes. Turn around, nephew. Not as brave as you, perhaps, but a hero in his own right. I have added to Tobias's plan based on your reports. You must work with Dorian and lead him to Tyrian Gorge. He'll explain more.
Greetings, Spellbinder. I have heard many remarkable things about you. Elazar has ordered me to Tyrian Gorge to turn the Umbra Legion's weapons against them. I'll need your help getting there. We will have to go through the Last Wood, the Moon Cliffs, and Bastion to get there. I will follow you closely, Spellbinder. It is a good thing you have that comb key. However, it only allows a few people to pass through the Honeycomb Gate at a time. The gate lies in the center of the Honeycomb Wall, an accursed construction of Randaz the Builder. It was built after the fall of Bastion. The Honeycomb Wall contains us and prevents Elazar from mounting a full attack on the apiary. We'll have to be careful sneaking through the apiary. We need to go down through Bumblertown and to the Mooncliff Gates to get into Bastion.
Well, fortunately, I can just press the N button on my keyboard and go straight to Bastion.
Very good, Spellbinder. Let's hurry across Bastion and the Silent Market and through the Tyrian Gate.
Get us some earthquake gaming going on.
Tyrian Gorge is dangerous, as you well know. We need to find a good vantage point. This nook is well sheltered. We are right beneath their mandibles. Bear with me. This scheme has a lot of moving parts. We want to turn the Umbra Legion's weapons against them. The plan is to get a dragonfly and use it to drop an explosive barrel of kermes fire on the honeycomb wall to melt it down. First, we need our own dragonfly. Unfortunately, the adults bond with a particular race, so one raised by the Umbra Legion or a 100-legger will never serve a mouse. I need you to go into the hatchery cave and get me a dragonfly egg. I'm sure the cavern will be guarded.
Intruder! Don't take eggs! Feed you to hatchlings! Too strong! Flee! Summon Seeker!
What's a Seeker?
Child of light, you have wormed your way deep into the shadow. What a tragedy to die poorly in a dragonfly hatchery.
Oh, that's a Seeker.
Alright, well, we'll back up for a moment. And then take those out at long last. Those have been in there for too long. And then this should be good. Yeah. Might add this. Or, well. Is he now... Oh, interesting. Okay, no, so I can do this. Alright, bet.
Shadow Blight, I curse your blood 1,000 times! May your children devour you
You
alive!
found a perfect egg in the pond. It nearly hums with life.
Well, that they're adding, like, random emotes into random parts of the quest line. That's great.
Ah, this egg looks perfect. I can tell it will hatch into a noble beast. It will take a bit of time and care to get this egg to hatch. Meanwhile, we have time to construct a harness. The best suited material would be the milk webs that goat weavers spin. Goat weavers are extremely shy, so you may never see one. But they hang milk webs around the rocky cliffs they climb. Can you gather? Looks like enough milk webs. Now we just need to weave them together and... Oh, yeah. How does one handle these strands? They're too sticky. I suppose the digger drones must know how one is to use these blasted, viscous milk webs. I'll keep trying, but I need you to question some digger drones. Don't take ugh for an answer.
Ugh. More questions? Milkwebs? Too clingy. We don't touch. You ask Lieutenant Zergrush. Are you here to fight me? I will surely fight you. What's that? You do not need to fight? All right then. You are entangled by milk webs? They are gummy and tenacious. I avoid them at all costs. Hard to scrape off all my feet. Zexia Steelweaver would know. She excels at crafting with them. Let me think now. My men told me something about her. Ah, yes. She's in the Wampy Cave. Did I mention she was abducted by a scarlet woolly, terrifying monster? Good luck. What's that smell? A spellbinder? I thought they smelled bad on the inside.
Oh, that's just rude.
Until Spellbinder. I was afraid I'd be braiding his hair forever. Quickly, let us be away from this place.
How much y'all want to bet some game-breaking bug to the Bazaar is going to reach live? Oh, almost certainly. I mean, it's the same general system as the bank, and that has caused an immense number of bugs.
You are trying to weave with milk webs? That is very tricky, even for me. I imagine it sticks to your hair, and eyebrows, and eyelashes. But if you sift a little dust on the milk webs first, they become much easier to handle. Like this, see? There, you've got it.
All we need to do is sprinkle some dust on it first? Excellent. Now to get it all out of my fur. Look! The baby dragonfly has hatched. She's cute, after her fashion. But she's ravenous. I have no idea what to feed her. Maybe you can ask the 100-legger that helped you last time, Zergrush, quickly, before she nips my fingers off.
Baby dragonfly? Where would a spellbinder like you get one of those? Oh well, they are beautiful and feisty. But you must keep them well fed, or they get cranky and will bite your fingers off. Ha! But since you asked, baby dragonflies love mosquito larvae. You can find some in the Chiroptera cave. That's where we harvest
We
it.
could have warned you about the bats. You carefully collect the mosquito larvae.
Ah, mosquito larvae, of course. The baby looks hungry. It's a bit, squicky. I know you spellbinders are made of stern stuff. Would you mind, hand-feeding her?
You carefully hold the mosquito larvae out to the baby dragonfly. She gobbles it down and asks for more. Once you finish feeding the dragonfly, she makes a contented humming sound at you.
The baby dragonfly is growing amazingly fast. She'll be ready soon. We're going to need barrels of kermes fire for the attack run. Sneak around the mining camp and steal some barrels of kermes fire. You've gathered more than enough. Be careful. That stuff can explode with the slightest provocation. The dragonfly is all grown up. Amazing how fast they mature. We need to learn how to handle the kermes fire properly, so we can transport it without burning ourselves up. Grab some of the 100-leggers and see what advice they have about moving the volatile stuff.
Stop fighting. You wish to know secret of kermes fires? Ask Captain Catargeral.
Oh! You stink of burrower fur!
This is my favorite character in the game.
You've been out on the front lines fighting burrower vermin? Good on you, spellbinder. Oh, we're readying the kermes fire for Warlord Cravenly's final push to drive the burrowers from the last wood. What do you need? Move some kermes fire? If you mix some Khrysalis powder into it, oh yeah, it'll stabilize. The sky streamers by the Milkweb Gate have tight control of the Khrysalis powder. I don't know how you'll convince them to give some up. Of course, once stabilized, you'll need a fuse to light it. You knew that, right? You can get fibers from the broken stumps to make a fuse, but they aren't too friendly. Stand your ground.
Hypothetically speaking.
Oh, you stink of Khrysalis powder. Make sure you mix the Khrysalis powder into the kermes fire. Then fasten the fuse to it and light it when you're ready. What'd you say you wanted to, do with the barrel of kermes fire? Strap it to a dragonfly? Oh, madness! Make sure you tell Cravenly and the Banyan Tower or they'll blow you out of the sky. They enhanced the weaponry in there after some fool let loose a bunch of dragonflies. Can't let the burrowers control the skies.
That sounds like something you should warn Dorian about. Better get back to him right now.
Khrysalis powder to stabilize the kermes fire and a fuse. Brilliant work, Spellbinder. Let's mix it up. What's this about the Banyan Tower now? You're going to have to take control of the Banyan Tower, so that the dragonfly and I can take off safely. Can you take care of that while I attach the harness to the dragonfly? Good luck, Spellbinder.
What is the password? What do you mean you don't know? Have you checked with the digger drones today? They can tell you. Was I supposed to say that?
Sure you are.
The password? It's Peristratio Sphicomeia Stratio Sphicomeotes. What's that? Oh, no, sorry. I was just clearing my throat. Today's password is Brundlefly.
Are you sure you're ready to tell me the password this time? Brundlefly? Yes, you got it. All right, come inside.
Alright.
Wait a minute. Who do you think you
Young
are?
wizard, this tower was built by the burrowers in the old times, but now it is a seat of Morganth's power. Her forces use it to control the sky above and the land below. They dominate and torture the land. You will find one of her pet warlords at the peak, controlling the tower's armaments. He is called Cravenly the Hunter. Born to Zafaria, he left as a cub and traveled throughout the spiral, stalking and killing the most dangerous game. Cravenly the Hunter waits for you.
Lightbringer, you ascend to your doom. Although we are crushed, the Shadow Queen will have your head soon enough. Cravenly the Hunter awaits.
A wizard? The Shadow Queen warned me that a pet from Wizard City might come sniffing around my lair.
Do my eyes deceive me? Or is that a familiar ratty face I see skulking about the Banyan Tower? Cravenly, gut and skin the wizard. Then bring me the pelt.
This is a PG-rated game, by the way. No, it's E. E for everyone. E-rated game, by the way.
When I first arrived, I said I wanted an ideal animal to hunt. It must have courage, cunning, and above all, it must be able to reason. But the burrowers are no match for me, nor the Umbra Legion. The Shadow Queen promised me the greatest of challenges. The spiral makes some people poets, some kings, some beggars. Me, the spiral made a hunter. You, a wizard. Let's see how you fare.
Okay, so it is just him, which means I can do this as I usually do.
I have played the wolf, and now I must play the sheep. The best sport in the spiral, though perhaps not for the prey.
Bah! You think you're so clever, little wizard. Cravenly was nothing more than a puffed-up alley cat. But he drew you out. I know what you're up to now. And soon enough, I'll have the pleasure of watching you bleed.
Wizard, you should smash this pillar of mystical fire. Blind the eye of Morganth, so she cannot see what you are about.
Don't you dare! Curse you, you painted pony!
You have done well, as the Council knew you would. Take heart. We are sending you our brightest thoughts, and will help as we can. Now that Morganth has seen you with her own eye, the land will grow colder, and the battles more fierce. Be on guard, young wizard, and be on your way.
Fantastically well done, Spellbinder. With the Banyan Tower lost to them, we can take advantage of the skies. Now that I won't get shot out of the sky, I'm ready to prepare for the attack run. I'll fly this girl up to the last woods. Go to Elazar Fireblade at Peppergrass Nook, and we'll finalize our plan from there.
I am pleased to see you and Dorian both safe after such a perilous journey. I'll send a message to Device Splitsky in Queen Myrtletown. They can distract the forces in Camp Havoc while we strike the apiary. Spellbinder, can you scatter the flame legs and blood hornets in the burn to give Dorian a clear path to approach? Once that's done, drop this flare into an ember pit to signal Dorian Bright Eyes. Dorian will then swoop in on his dragonfly for his attack run on the honeycomb wall. Finally, meet Alwyn Woodward on the field. He'll be leading the ground troops. We will need your help with the Queen Brood Mother.
You toss the flare into the ember pit. It ignites and rockets up as a signal to Dorian Bright Eyes.
W cutscene.
Yahoo!
Hell yeah.
I love the smell of kermes fire in the morning. What a first blow. You have orchestrated a great day for the burrowers, and all those who believe we can stand against the shadow. The honeycomb wall has fallen. It is time to storm the apiary. Once more unto the breach, dear friend. Once more. The blast of war blows in our ears, and it is time to imitate the action of the deer, the tarantula hawk, the tigron. Charge into the apiary and help us take down the royal guards. They will lead us to the Queen Brood Mother. Then it falls on you to duel the Queen Brood Mother. If she falls, we will win this battle of bees.
Ah! My sting is broken! No more! You'll find the Brood Mother lurking in the Golden Horde chamber.
You do not understand what you're dealing with, do you? I am the perfect organism. My structural perfection is matched only by my hostility. What? Where? Please, Spellbinder, let us speak beneath the sky. By the celestial moon, my compound eyes are finally clear. What has the Shadow Queen done to me?
The Shadow Queen cursed me with this form
twisting me into a dark reflection of what I once was in the old times. I have lived in anger and fever and hunger for generations, a ceaseless nightmare. Please, Spellbinder, can you help me? The curse can be lifted, and some good brought back to the land if you can restore my true image by using the Moon's Crown. The Moon's Crown is a potent relic carved from an arcane crystal at the top of the Eclipse Tower. Zoltana may know how to find it. Do not take too long, Spellbinder, or the shadows will come again, and my nightmare will begin anew.
Spellbinder, I have heard distressing reports from both Tyrian Gorge and the apiary. What news do you bring? The Shadow Queen has not suffered setbacks like these in generations. Well, not here, at the center of her power, at any rate. How have the Burrowers been able to do so much in so little time? You have heard rumors of a spy in the Umbra Legion? Who would risk so much for so little hope, It raises the question, why are you here? The Moon's Crown. The ancient seer Timon Whiteflame who dwells in Bastion might know. But take care. He is often thorny.
Yeah, so this dude's a warlord. Mana burning every few turns. So that's going to be real fun to deal with. I'm definitely throwing on the set.
Who are you to disturb my contemplations? My work is vital. I am searching for rot at the core of Bastion. There is a spy working against the Shadow Queen. Have you heard the name Cornelius? Is this you? No, I don't think so. You are too young, too fresh. But I'll gut you and read my answers in your entrails. The Moon's Crown. It was lost at the end of the old times, right after the fall of Bastion. A brazen young burrower named Alyssa Stargazer hurt Morganth and fled with the Moon's Crown to Tyrian Gorge. Alyssa Stargazer hid in the Winter Halo Caverns, an ancient cave once home to epic powers. Perhaps she disturbed something in those fathomless depths, for neither she nor the moon's crown was ever seen again.
What knowledge did Timon Whiteflame have to share? A spy in Bastion? Something to discuss at greater length another time. What did you learn about the moon's crown? Lost in the Winter Halo Caverns? I do not know Tyrian Gorge that well. You need an expert in local geography. Go to Tyrian Gorge and seek out Captain Kator Geral at the mining camp. Tell him I told him to help you.
Whoa! You stink like an ancient moth's ear. Don't you ever bathe? Why are you bothering me? We're recovering from several dastardly burrower attacks. Probably the work of this Cornelius. Zoltana said I was to help you? Help you do what? Find the moon's crown in the Winter Halo Caverns? Ha! A fool's tale. But search if you want. The caverns lie near the Milkweb Gate. They're infested, though, with winter scorpions.
In the depths of the cavern, you see a mystical staff that looks like it was made by a burrower. As you examine it, you sense a tiny spark of magic remains. Suddenly it flares up, summoning a ghost to stand before you.
Who are you that finds me after so very, very long? Are you the Shadow Queen? Do not hurt me, please! No! The venomous striders come! I see now. You are an agent of light. An arrow aimed at the heart of Shadow. You seek the moon's crown. It is still here. The moon's crown is the key to the Eclipse Tower, once a place of pure moon magic, before it was corrupted by Shadow. I stole the moon's crown and fled here, but I was weak and alone and could not fend off the winter scorpions, and so my spirit remains. The moon's crown is a prize of the baleful Empress. If you overcome her, my spirit will fly free on the winds of change.
What warm blood enters my home? A child of light? A spellbinder? You will provide a great feast for my children!
You have recovered the moon's crown. There is a chip in the crown. A precious stone is missing. Still, with this in hand, you are well on your way to driving back the shadow. Thank you, Spellbinder, for freeing me.
Oh! Stink of scorpion venom. Oh, you found the moon's crown, huh? Part is chipped? Oh, wouldn't worry. You can barely notice it. I'm sure it'll do just fine. Take it back to Zoltana and Bastion. And you tell her to find out who this Cornelius is. These spies cannot be tolerated.
What's up, Snowy Hedge Fox? Welcome to the chat.
Spellbinder, you have recovered the moon's crown? Your deeds are quite remarkable. I'm sure the Shadow Queen will take particular notice of you soon, if that is your wish. Kator told you to investigate the spy Cornelius? I would not worry about that. I do not think such a person exists. There has long been a rumor of a fifth column within the Umbra Legion, working against the Shadow Queen. This treasonous group supposedly believes in a different reading of the Shadow Queen's grand prophecy. But this is heresy. Any who claimed such a thing would face unimaginable punishment if they were to be caught. Who would dare? But to matters at hand. Who sent you after the moon's crown? The broodmother. How curious. Take it back to her at once.
Spellbinder. I struggle to keep my thoughts my own. Do you have the moon's crown? I have been abuzz since you left, barely able to contain my emotions. I fear the Shadow Queen's wrath, but I cannot live like this. Do you have the moon's crown? I see it is broken and missing a gem, but it still has much magic within it. Bring the moon's crown into the royal queen's chamber, and let us see if we can master its use.
On top, forever.
Spellbinder, let the power of the moon's crown flow over me and wash away this crass and brutal form. I am transforming!
Spellbinder, I am restored, and yet the blood pounds beneath my antennae. Spellbinder, do you feel that cold wind blowing?
Young wizard, I told you I knew what you were up to. You wish to save the bees? Ha! How? When you can't even save yourself. Witness a fraction of the power of the Song of Creation.
Spellbinder, what have you done to me? A fever courses through my veins, and a hunger burns within my mind.
I must admit, I admire the broodmother's purity. A survivor, unclouded by conscience, remorse, or delusions of morality. I hope her poison lets you live long enough to experience a truly painful and wretched death.
Yeah, maybe we run this.
Spellbinder, is that you? I was swallowed by the shadow, and you have saved my spirit a second time. Quickly, use the moon's crown to force me to shed the Shadow Queen's skin.
Spellbinder, the good you have done this day is invaluable. A great deal of work remains. The Yellow Jackets are still in the thrall of the Shadow Queen. We must save them. If we can restore the moon's crown, you could then wrest control of the Eclipse Tower from the Shadow Queen. From there, you could unravel her spell over Bastion and her control over my people. You need to locate the crown's missing fragment, a jeweled teardrop called the Moon's Tear. Gluttonous Blotter would know. He's a hideous creature who squats in the golden vault, hoarding treasures. If anyone has the Moon's Tear, it is him.
Yes? What goodies do you bring to gluttonous Blatter? You ask me for the moon's tear? I will trade it to you, if you get me 42 treasures that I covet, scattered far and wide. What's that? You defeated Cravenly the Hunter, and the Baleful Empress, and the Brood Mother? Okay, I will tell you, Spellbinder. Don't feed me to the humongo frogs.
Yeah, fold.
The moon's tear was lost in the abyssal cave in Tyrian Gorge, the blackest pit in Khrysalis. Now take your threats and your wand and leave me be. Ask that cold-blood Zaltana how to find the abyssal cave.
Spellbinder, it intrigues me to see you again so soon. The Shadow Queen orders us to watch for a wizard from Wizard City. She said this one pains her and disturbs her composure. The Shadow Queen offers unimaginable reward for any warlord or servant who brings her the wizard's wand. Or head. Either. Both. I admit I can imagine quite a lot. It is unlucky for me, then, that I know only you, Spellbinder, but no wizards. I assume you delivered the moon's crown to the satisfaction of the Brood Mother. News from the apiary has been limited. Tell me no more. You search for the abyssal cave now? It lies deep within Tyrian Gorge. Speak once again to Captain Catorgeron.
Oh, you stink of roach slime. Or is that the smell of Bastion's traitor? Any luck finding Cornelius? No. Pity. Okay. Now why are you back here? The abyssal cave. Haha. You do like to tour the Badlands, don't you? It's very dark in there. Very dark. Crystal geodes might light it up nicely if you cracked a few and let them loose. My men like to crunch on them. Good for the gizzard. You'll have to rustle the 100-leggers for him. Haha. Good luck. Oh, you stink of crystal geodes. Actually, they smell pretty good. Give me one. Oh, I hit the spot. To reach the abyssal cave, you'll have to pass through the milkweb gate. You remember how sticky that stuff is? The Sky Screamers have a special potion, an unguent, which lets them slip through like slime off a roach's back. Go ask the Sky Screamers to give you a vial of unguent. I'm sure they'll hand it over if you give them good reason, no? Whoa! You stink of unguent! The abyssal cave lies down a narrow path not far past the milkweb gate. Search its inky depths for the moon's tear. But beware, something terrifying lives in the black.
So, not gonna like it.
You open the stopper on the vial. You pour the unguent all over yourself. It really does stink. You hope it gets you through the milkweb gate. Ah, the glory of being a wizard. You crack open the crystal geodes. They flare up with a soft light, and you release them to float ahead of you.
Shadow Spawn, we will not let you pass!
Servant of Shadow, the fifth column will never forget and never surrender.
The Shadow Queen may have destroyed us, but our spirits still oppose her.
You are not a child of Shadow. You fight against the Shadow Queen?
We took the moon's tear to keep it from the Shadow Queen. We brought it to this terrible place, and it cost us our lives. You may have it with our approval, but it lies deeper down, stolen from us by something ancient and more dangerous. Shadow Fighter, if you free our material remains from the webs, we would be thankful.
Oh, okay. I pressed the number pad 1 key, which doubles as I go to the commons button, so gas.
You untangle the body from the web. It crumbles to dust, but you hear a joyful whisper on the wind. And then another sound, hot, mean, and hungry.
So, I think I might just go with this. And, like, genuinely, no troll. Maybe this. At 85 gold. But this is gonna be our hit. So yeah, I mean this if... because I'm out of empowers entirely right now. And yeah. And like I've got shatters and all that, but oh yeah, I also need these. Maybe a couple of those would be good. We'll see what we can do. This might do it. This might be enough. Have you found nice ice to be enjoyable to solo with? Mine's only a Celestian, feels like a slug. Celestian and Azteca especially are the two worst ones from my experience.
A dream of light comes here to these plumbless depths. A light in the dark. A child under an endless, starless sky. I was here before the first world was broken. Ever since Grandmother Raven locked the shadows away. I am named Atlas Ling, Webmaker, Light Drinker, Ghost Spider. Is it time to shake off the chains of sleep? To stretch my web to the world above? To drink deep of the hot, salty blood?
A cold chill runs down your spine as you sense a strange, shadowy aura surrounding this one. What kind of magic will he command?
Light child, no more! No more! Your light, it burns!
In the middle of the ghost spider's web, you find a glowing blue teardrop that radiates with moon magic. This must be the moon's tear.
Young wizard, you overcame an ancient spirit of darkness and hunger. Very well done, if I do say so myself. Now, You hold a fragment of near-perfect moon magic. But you will have to find a way to reforge the moon's crown so it is whole once more.
Whoa! You stink of ghost spiders. You need to repair the moon's crown. That kind of thing is beyond my expertise. I'm more about digging and blowing things up. You know, burrowers used to be very good at glasswork and crystal making. Perhaps you could capture one and interrogate him.
Or maybe you could just ask Elazar Fireblade.
Spellbinder, the tale of your defeat of the Brood Mother has become legend.
I'm just having a moment. I don't know when it finishes. I'm just going to watch the animations.
Our people still fight the Yellow Jackets, but we have heard the Bee Queen wishes to parley. Now, what can I help you with? You need an expert glass shaper. I know just the fellow. Chihuly is a brilliant artisan, though a touch eccentric. Chihuly Glass Shaper has a shop here in Peppergrass Nook. He will do whatever it takes to hurt the Umbra Legion.
And let's get the cricket.
And who might you be? Spellbinder, you? I can't see much out of this one good eye, but you certainly don't convey much power or grace. Battle of Bees? I heard something about a stranger helping Dorian Bright Eyes in his valiant efforts. That was you? Really? What are you pestering me for? You have the moon's crown and need it fixed? Let me see whatever bauble you picked up by mistake. Wait, where did you get this? This truly is the moon's crown. Perhaps you are who you say you are. All right, I will help you. But you'll have to help me. I've lost many of my tools. Blue Razors stole my shears, and Flame Legs took my pot furnace. Not bad. My tools are not ordinary, as you might have surmised. Good tools are critical, and the moon's crown is a relic of the old times. Because of that, we'll need a special fuel to burn hot enough for us to do our work. The night flames in Camp Havoc carry dragon beetle pods. I think they chew on them. You'll need to get a handful. Be careful with those dragon beetle pods. They'll burst into flames if you so much as drop them. We have what we need. I haven't done this in a long time. Not since I received my beauty mark. Gift from the Umbra Legion. Normally, my apprentices do the physical labor, but this requires extreme patience and an experienced touch. It worked! I never imagined I'd see this day. It will be a small part of history. Now what are you going to do with it? Take it to the Bee Queen? I'd heard rumors that she was no longer a monster. You're doing? All right, I'll trust you.
Spellbinder, I grew worried about you. You've brought the restored moon's crown? Amazing! Spellbinder, the task before us is to take back the Eclipse Tower. It has been under the Shadow Queen's sway for far too long. If we are successful, we will not only restore Bastion, but deal the Shadow Queen a great blow. Go to the edge of Celestial Lake and use the moon's crown at the carved relief to summon the Moonlight Bridge. Ascend to the tower. Address the guardian spirits within and hope they are eager to shed the Shadow Queen's chains. Without their help, we may never triumph.
Darkest Night. This is the 100th quest in the Khrysalis storyline. And this will be where we end. Going to get in there, and then that'll be it.
You raise the moon's crown and face the relief. Mana sparkles across the carving. There's a shimmer and hum, and the Moonlight Bridge is summoned. It is truly magnificent.
Who dares come unbidden to the Eclipse Tower? Dominion of the Lady of Spiders, the Dark Woman, the Shadow Queen. I do not know your name, and I see no badge of the Umbra Legion upon you. I am compelled to destroy you for the Shadow Queen. Wait, what is that you bear? The moon's crown? can it possibly be true? Are you here for some noble purpose? By the new moon, the charms upon me fade in the moonlight. I have little power here due to the Shadow Queen's corruption. But I can direct you. Travel up the tower and free Sophia Darkside. She is the true caretaker of this place.
Well, that will be something for next episode. This place is truly amazing to look at. So, how about it, team? That is going to wrap up this episode, the 11th episode of Season 3. And starting next episode, we're going to be tackling quite a bit. I'm going to try and go all the way from the Eclipse Tower to Ghost Dog, which is about 38, 39 quests, something like that. So, yeah, we're going to give that a shot. So, until then, thank y'all for watching. I've been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. My Discord is down in the description if you want to chat with me some more. And I